Definitions of bilingualism. Issues. Now, what are the issues related to different definitions of bilingualism? And why is it a problem? So, if different people are saying different things, so what is the problem in just accepting that there are different definitions of bilingualism? The problem is that there is a lack of precision, that is a precise way of defining what actually the phenomena of bilingualism is. And this poses a number of theoretical and methodological problems. This poses a number of problems because when you want to go and research, and when you want to say how the person is a bilingual or not, and you want to collect a sample, you want to see what are the dynamics of bilingualism, unless you define who a bilingual is, it is difficult to sort of like conduct any research, because we need to operationalize the concept of bilingual. And on the basis of that operationalizing the construct only, you can go and conduct any research on bilingualism itself. And that is why we are not saying that we have to come to a single definition, which would be very, very good. But the thing is, we need to be clear what is the definition of bilingualism that we agree with. Now, if we come back to the definition of Bloomfield, and he talked about who is a native speaker, then the question is, who the native speaker essentially is. So, taking English, for instance, in mind, who is the native speaker of English? Are they the Australians? Are they the British people? Are they the Americans? Coming to Urdu, even thinking of Urdu as a native speaker, Urdu also has so many varieties. The kind of Urdu or the way Urdu is spoken in India is different the way Urdu is spoken in Pakistan. And even within Pakistan, there are so many different ways that are so many different accents in which Urdu is spoken. So who is a native speaker? Who is going to decide that this person or this group of people have the correct Urdu that can sort of let everybody know that these are the native speakers of Urdu or English? Then we say, all right, linked with native speaker is the concept of proficiency. What do we actually mean by proficiency? Do we mean proficiency in all the 4 skills? To what level? How would you assess this proficiency? Does it only relate to spoken language? Is it all 4 skills? So assessing that, knowing that, and let me remind you over here that proficiency itself is a problematic construct. And of course, related to proficiency is the question, if you and I, living in Pakistan, have a good control of English language, but our accent is not similar to the accent of British, or if we don't have an American accent, so can we call ourselves bilinguals? So again, a similar question related to, for instance, Persian or Arabic that we take up in our academic years. So we study it for 2 years, but we can't speak it. We can read it to a limited extent, and we cannot possibly write it to that extent. Then are we a bilingualism? Does it add to our repertoire of languages? An important aspect in these definitions is that the emphasis is only on language skills. However, We argue that bilingualism relates not just to language features, but it relates to socio-communicative skills also. That means we need to know the same word, what are its denotations, how does it fit in the given context, when to say something, when not to say something in the given culture. I often give this example, for instance, of clever. When we say she's a clever girl, in England or in UK, it is a compliment. That means that person is very intelligent. If you use the same word clever in Pakistan, that means that girl is somehow devious, chalak. So it has a negative connotation. And this is what we mean by socio-communicative skills. In any case, bilingualism is argued to be multidimensional. It does not just have language features, and it does not only have this sum of two monolinguals. It is an entirely different set of mind where a person is actually able to draw upon two different languages and the cultures associated with it.